Y'all, come on up. Come on up. There's no reason to have a big walk up each time. Sponsors, come on up. We're just going to roll down the line. Are you ready, Steve?
I'm ready.
You want to kick us off, or you want me to name the people that aren't here? Kick us off.
So I'm super excited about this one because selling to the globe is what my firm, Harding Bell International, does. Well, we don't sell to the globe, but we are a CPA firm, and for 20 plus years, we have worked with realtors and foreign investors here in the U.S. and expats. So we handle from advising on the best way to buy property in the U.S. as a foreign national, doing their tax filings that they're required for them to do. Also, FERPTA when they sell, and I know a lot of you realtors in here have used us, or your people have used us. Super excited about that. It's good to be here. One of the things we do is we have probably 3,000, I don't know, maybe it's 4,000 now, foreign national clients, but that's in our wheelhouse. That's what we do. So excited about this one. So if you have foreign nationals you work with or expats, feel free to reach out. Love to connect and help them out, make their life and their investment be successful. That's what it's all about. Thank you.
Love it. Let's keep on rolling. By the way, right before Chance speaks, I'm going to plug a couple people. Matt Gordon's going to be on the panel later representing the home team at Movement Mortgage. Let's give him a quick round of applause. He's not going to speak twice. He's going to speak later. Heather Hurry was sick this morning, so she's not running check-in. She always helps us out a ton. So let's give her a 1, 2, 3 clap on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's also give a 1, 2, 3 clap for, I'll just name them all right now that aren't here. We've got Shay Walker, Title Genius, and Penguin Property Management. Is there anyone from Waterstone in the house? And Waterstone Mortgage. And also, is Vic DeVore's not here, right? All right, we'll also do it for, oh, sorry, I totally forgot that you're Vic DeVore. My bad, Christy. That's it. All right, let's give them a 1, 2, 3 clap. 1, 2, 3. Totally screwed that up. I'm looking for a hat. That's why. Brandon, all right, let's just go down the line. I just want to make sure I didn't skip anybody.
Am I good?
Yeah, go ahead, Chance.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chance Kelly with Miracle Movers of Florida. I do local and long-distance moving. I am owner-operator. My warehouse is located out of Cape Canaveral, but I do most of my business here in Orlando. If you guys have anything you ever need when relocating a customer or staging purposes, please always reach out to me. I love to help sponsor you guys along your way, help you move things that you might need moved free so that you just send my name out so that you can actually truly refer me based off of services that I provided. So feel free to hit me up after this. I'd love to get to know every single one of you. Thank you and have a great day.
All right, my name is Monica. I'm with Assured Partners Insurance Brokerage. We represent over 25 different insurance companies, and my goal and my team's goal is to get you guys to the closing table. We know insurance is tough, but I have good news today. First good news that I'm announcing in a very long time. So we here in Florida have 8 new insurance companies coming to the state, which means we're hoping to alleviate the stress of insurance. It doesn't mean pricing is going down. It just means that more availability for houses that have old roofs. We know 10 years and older, not old, but in insurance it is. So my team is well versed in insurance. We can get you to the closing table. So please give me a call. We also have bilingual agents that speak Portuguese and Spanish. So if you need any assistance, we're here to help. All right. Thank you.
Good morning. I am not Vic. Thanks, Aaron. My name is Christy. I'm the Business Development Manager for DeVore Design, and we are all here today to learn all about selling to international buyers, right? And maybe getting some international listings. That's where you're going to want to call us. So all of your listing media, we're here to take care of, whether it's your photos and your video, your Zillow 3D, which, by the way, if you're not, love them or hate them, Zillow is where most of the buyers are going first, right? Do the Zillow 3D. If you don't know about it, come find me. Let me tell you all about it. The other thing that's really, really important, if you are selling to international clients, your brand, your personal brand. You want to have the right social media content, the right YouTube videos, the right website. We can handle all of that along with your full entire headshot and lifestyle photo shoots. Now, Vic felt a little bad that he couldn't get here this morning because holy traffic coming from Lake County. So everybody grab your phones. I want you to take this down. He likes to give me presents for you guys when he can't make it, and this is the biggest one he's given yet. It is MC4100. That is a discount code that's going to give you $100 off of any of our services. So if you're doing photography services, That's the vast majority of the
Love
cost.
it. Love
All
it.
right.
All right.
Thank
we
you,
gotta
guys.
keep on going. But make sure you get that code, y'all. Let's get one more time, Chrissy.
It's MC4100.
What's
Love
up,
it.
guys?
Let's give her a round of applause, and then Brandon.
I don't even know if I need this. I'm so loud. What's up, guys? I'm back. It's been a while. It's been a whirlwind, but great news. The Blake family is moving to Orlando. So we're officially leaving Texas and moving here, and we're pretty excited about it. Used a lot of great agents, Real Producers agent for the buy, insurance out of this room, title out of this room. It was just a great experience to build these relationships. But anyway, off to my sales pitch. Staging's back. We're talking about selling to the globe. You can't, most buyers are starting their buy online and like they said, on Zillow. And if you're not staged and you don't have great photos, chances are they're passing your listings by and they're going to another one. How do I know this? Because I just did a job search from Texas where my wife never even visited any of the houses. And so if they don't have great staging, they don't have great photos, chances are your listings are getting passed by and they're going to somebody that has. So give us a call. We're always available. We got room on our calendar. 48, 72 hours, none of this 3-week waiting time nonsense that you hear other places. So give us a call, the staging company. There you go. I'm out.
Love it. Let's give a round of applause. Let's give a round of applause to all the sponsors for today. You already kicked this thing off? All right. Well, let's start. Y'all ready to learn something today? If you are, make some noise. A little bit. All right. Let's start with Andy Neal. Back in 2000, he started in real estate in the southeast of England, where he honed his skills primarily at a prominent agency. He transitioned to a boutique firm, and he really feels like he delved into the nuances of building his business from a customer service and customer care standpoint. A decade of hard work led to opening his own brokerage in the UK, boasting over $1 billion in real estate sales to date. In 2017, he came to Florida. He founded Maxim Realty Orlando. Within a year, he catapulted to the top 1% of realtors by sales volume. And yet, he didn't put this in his bio, but he's had to rebuild his business from scratch multiple times. Political changes might have sent him home for a while and had to build again back from scratch. He's here. He's rebuilt his business from scratch twice over. He's sold $1 billion plus in real estate. Let's give it up for Andy Neal. Top 75 agent in Greater Orlando last year. Karen has an amazing bio that I'm going to have to skim because she has so many qualifications and such a diverse background. It's pretty phenomenal. So I'm just going to kind of give you the cliff notes if that's cool. She's a native Floridian whose education career path led her to traverse the world. From the NYSE's that's New York Stock Exchange, for those of you that didn't follow. Innermost Wall Street circle to marketing, design, and theatrical management in Los Angeles. She's been primarily focused on real estate and business development for more than 2 decades. She's an exceptional agent and storyteller with a wealth of experience, and she's one of Florida's most respected brokers, especially in the international, global, and the commercial space. She served on the board of Agent Standard and Practices Grievance Committee for over 4 years. She's been part of every organization and committee you could think of. There's a long laundry list. I'm not going to read the entire thing. She's been designated by California and Florida as the leader she's been designated as the leader of the Dubai Land Department for the National Association of Realtors International Trade Missions to Dubai. And long story short, the reason that Karen's on this panel is she's from Miami, she's from the US, she speaks no other languages, and yet she finds ways to build her business using global buyers, seller, and selling real estate across the globe. Let me give you a couple examples. The places she's traveled to or lived in include Los Angeles, Miami, New York, Hawaii, Canada, Indonesia, UK, Italy, France, Switzerland, Spain, Mexico, Brazil, Dominican Republic, Bahamas, Puerto Rico, Belize, Thailand, Turkey, China, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and the UAE. Her most notable transaction, she listed and sold the most expensive home in Central Florida in 2022 for $12.5 million in all cash, breaking the previous record, and she currently has a listing that's $10.75 million. Let's give a giant round of applause for Karen Wenker. Jennifer Olmeida, she's got a simpler bio, but I'll tell you that it's not a simpler story, so I may add some things if that's cool with you, Jennifer. She's a broker associate who came from Brazil in 2014, started in the business in 2015. She's married She's married to an Italian and a mom of 3. She's responsible for selling the most expensive home in Central Florida to date at $35 million. She sold over $50 million last year. Can we get it that's hot? Nobody thinks $50 million was hot last year? I mean, I think that's pretty sweet. More for the people that want to sell $50 million, I guess, right? So anyway, she is going to speak. She wants to speak in Portuguese today, but I told her that people are going to love her anyway. So make sure you give her a giant round of applause to Jennifer Almeida with WRA. And then, one second. Sorry, Fernanda, I'm trying to find yours. With 16 years of experience, Fernanda Negromonte is the proud owner of Nova Real Estate. One of her specialties is serving the foreign clients in the real estate market. She's consistently ranked among the top 50 agents in Greater Orlando, and her expertise in multilingual proficiency and dedication ensures seamless transactions, satisfied clients all over the world. Her clients absolutely love her. We had her on a panel a few months ago, and everybody raved about it. One of her best feedback panels ever, or some of the best feedback we've ever gotten from a panel is what I really mean. Let's give it up for an Orpie winner last year, Broker of the Year, Fernanda Negromonte. All right, so we're going to dive right in. Here's where I want to start. Tell us a little bit about what your business looks like today. So are you a team? Are you a solo agent? How many transactions? Give us a little bit of like, what does a business look like, model look like, and what type of volume are you doing? We'll start with you, Andy. Oh, actually, we'll start with you, Jennifer, since you have a mic. By the way, here's what I want to tell everybody, quick lesson on how to use these mics. You'll see there's a red light. When you hit the button on the left, it'll turn green. Sometimes you have to hold it, but when it's green, you're on, and when it's red, you're muted. Cool? You want to speak right into the mic like you're trying to eat it, or else it'll, and they'll fix it if you're a little bit off. Our guys will adjust the sound for you. Anyway, let's kick it off. So Andy, tell us about what your business looks like today. Volume, units, team, no team, sure. What you focus on.
Well, thanks for putting me against these amazing guys. I don't think I'm worthy to sit here, to be honest. So I'm a single agent. I'm from England, as you can hear. Just me. I don't have any help. I don't have a TC or a team or anything like that. Last year I done 27 million. 10 million so far this year, but I'm a bit behind just because I'm committed to the UK business. But yeah, so single agent, just me, and maybe I'll grow a team one day.
Sorry, we're only on 3 mics today.
It's my turn? No. Yeah? Okay, I'm Fernanda. I am the broker of Nova Real Estate. I am a producing broker, but I also run a team, about 25 agents. We are looking to hit, we've been consistently doing like over $100 million in sales a year as a team, and I'm just looking to create some new top producers here in the house.
I'm Karen Winker, and I have been in the business for, I guess, about 25 years, not quite. And I kind of fell into it, but really thrilled that I did. It uses all of the skill sets that I've acquired over the years in other industries. We are a team. I'm the team lead. We're with Coldwell Banker and Winter Spring office, as well as the Sand Lake office. And we work with listings. I'm also licensed in California, so I split my time between the two. I probably don't have the kind of production that the other people on this panel do. I do this for the love of what I do, and just have a lot of fun at it. Enjoy the international side.
Love it.
Hi, good morning. I'm just thank you, Aaron, to invite me. I'm super shy speaking in public. My name is Jennifer. I came from Brazil in 2013. And I think now I'm living the best time of my career. I run a team with 39 realtors. I'm a broker associate. And I think we are responsible for our team we are like a family. We sell a lot in our company. Last year, more than 100,000 million, $100 million dollars. Yes. And I'm so happy. I'm so happy. And I'm living the best year of my career because I worked a lot to be here today. It's not easy. Thank you.
Let's ask each of you. So there's 3 team leaders, if I'm not mistaken, and 1 solo agent. I want to hear why you picked the business model you have. Why a team and why solo? Whoever wants to start.
It's on. Okay, so the reason I don't want to be a team is because I have a big team in the UK and I still look after them every day today. And I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to be me. I want to do what I think I'm good at, and that's selling houses and not looking after people, because I still get emails and calls from the UK and dealing with that stuff. And I don't want to do that anymore. I want freedom of just being myself and giving a service to the clients that I want to give rather than being tied up with a team. So it's great to have a team if you can do it. I just don't want to do it. And I don't want to join a team because I just want to be on my own.
Love it.
I used to be a solo agent for a long time, and then I became a solo broker. But then, like, I had a lot of friends who got their real estate license, and they're like, "Hey, Faye, can I come and work with you?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then that's how kind of my team started. It was not like on purpose, but then I tried to make the best of it out of it, and provide my team members the best value.
I've been pretty much solo most of my career, and even though we're a team, we're a small team, and it's predominantly family, and I have a couple of agents. I don't speak any other languages, so I found it an asset to have someone who's Spanish speaking on my team, as well as a Ukrainian agent who speaks both Russian and Ukrainian. So that helps a lot. It also provides us with, I have the ability to share with them my knowledge of because they're relatively new, how to get started in their business, and so I mentor them a bit. I was mentored, and I understand the value of that. And it also provides me with some assistance when I need it in a pinch too. I travel a lot, so.
And a competitive advantage.
Yes, most
awesome.
Definitely, yeah.
And Jennifer, how about you?
I started with my team because I was alone. I was working. I show my life on my social media, and there are a lot of people that they send me messages like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see, and my life is not good because I have a lot of people that come from Brazil, and they were here without doing anything, without money. They don't have a purpose in life." And I was, oh my gosh, I could help them. I lost many clients because I convinced my clients to get the license. And I'm so happy now because I have realtors working with me, and they were depressive. They didn't want to live this life here because in Brazil, we have a lot of things to do. And here, the kids going to the college, and they were alone. And now they are selling a lot. And most of them, they don't need to, they have money, but they are so happy selling and working together. We're like a family. We help each other. No competition, no jealousy. It's so good. We work in a very healthy environment in our team. That's it.
Love it. All right. Let's get into the harder stuff, or the stuff they really want to know. What do agents need to know about working with the global market? What are some of the common mistakes that they make? What are some of the misnomers? What are the misunderstandings? What do agents need to know that's different about working with the global market than doing what they do here in the States?
So I'm going first.
Go for it.
Okay. So for me, knowing the British market, I think you need to have an understanding of where that person's coming from, because there's so many differences between what they're used to and what they expect. that you need to be the educator to let them know exactly what this means or that means. So for me, I might say something American terminology and they'll be like, what the hell's that? Because it's a British terminology. It means the same thing, but it's not, right? So you need to know exactly what that side of things, tax consequences for them. They need to know, am I going to pay capital gains here and is it reciprocal in the UK? All right, I can't advise on that, but these are the things that people will want to know. So you need to know their background, what they expect from the purchase, because everything's different. You tell a British seller you're paying 6% commission, they're like, shit. Oh, sorry, I'm British, I swear a bit. Sorry. They're like, holy crap, 6%. And I'm like, yeah, you need to know that. So I do a lot of education to the people before we get started, so they know that it's completely different. I think you need to know. I don't know what it's like for other countries, but I mean, I know that my mum's selling her house in Turkey, and it's completely different over there. So I wouldn't have a clue how to educate someone on that market, but I know the British market, and I think as an agent selling to foreigners, you need to know where they're coming from, and I think you need to know their market. Put you in a better position to deal with that.
What do you need to know about their market specifically?
Which one?
Or what are some of the things you like when you tell people they need to know about the market and in whatever country they're coming from? So, what are the differences they need to know about? Do you follow what I'm trying to ask?
Yeah. So
what are like if you give me a bullet points of the things they need to have an understanding of, what would those be?
So it's just setting expectations. So in England, when you make an offer on a house, you don't set a closing date. You'll just say, I hope I can move in 3 or 4 months. Because the average sale takes about 4 months to close from offer to completion. We call it completion in the UK. So it's setting the expectation that things are going to be quick, right? Don't expect to be waiting for months and months. We've got to do this, 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 and this. So your expectation needs to be that you need to be ready as and when I tell you to do stuff, to do it. Don't wait 3 weeks because that's what you're used to. The market's different. You need to be quick. You need to get your affairs in order, get your shit together, get your finances in order. Everything they need to know has got to be done now. Because they might be thinking, oh, I've got ages. It's late. I'm laid back about it, which you can be in some countries. So we need to educate these people that this is how it works in the States, and it's completely different to what you're used to.
Love it. Fernanda.
So for me, when I'm working with a foreign buyer, the main important thing is the discovery. Usually there are 3 types of foreign buyers that they want to buy in Orlando for what? It can be they want to buy here because they want to have their vacation rental where they can use their home and rent it out when they're not here. They want to buy here because they just want to do investment purpose, or they want to buy here because they want to move to Orlando. So the first thing you want to get out of the way is what is the main purpose that they are moving to Orlando for, that they're buying the property here. Otherwise, you're just going to confuse them, or you're going to end up selling them something that it's not what they want. And then I'm very clear about the process because where they're from is completely different. So we go over all the steps once I find out what they need to buy, right? What they're looking for. And set the expectations, make sure you know that we get everything from, hey, you know, if you're dealing with a Canadian, if you're dealing with a Brazilian, or I don't know, Venezuela, whatever type of client you're working with, go over the process, very detail oriented, and have the right partners. These people, they come here, they don't know anything. They don't know an accounting, they don't know an attorney, they have no idea what to do. So you need to have all that. It's almost like you own their concierge. And I, like some clients, they feel like I'm their assistant, you know, they call me all the time. I have access. Some of them, I even have access to their bank account. They will trust you like with their lives. Once you do the good job for them, they will trust with everything. And there is so many people coming here with so much money. And if you're not working with foreign buyers, I think you're really like missing out. You know, so that's my main thing.
So when I started out in traditional real estate, and found that nobody was working, or not that many people were really working the international buyer market. I very quickly learned that while 15% of our home buyers here in Florida, and eventually home sellers, are foreign national, and yet only 5% of the realtors are working that market. And what's required...
Wait, could you say that number one more time in case that went over anyone's head?
15% of our home buyers in the state of Florida are foreign nationals. only 5% of the realtors are working that market. And what is required to work that market, further to what you were saying, is knowledge.
So that's this month's session, guys. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
If you missed everything else they said, I hope you guys caught that.
In order to work that market, you have to have several different things. Number one, you have to have knowledge of where they're coming from. Just like the laws are different from state to state, I'm licensed in 3 states, Florida, California, and Washington state. And the laws between the two, the 3, the customs are dramatically different just between the states. Between countries, it's entirely different. There's no buyer's agency in the UK. There are only listings. So they're coming from that place. There's something called gazumping, where just because you have a contract and you have a deal, you don't have a deal until it's done. So there are all kinds of things that the laws and the customs you have to be aware of from where they're from, as well as adjusting, trimming their sails, getting them adjusted and accustomed to our work. Further to what you were saying, you have to have the resources, you have to have the lawyers, you have to have the immigration attorneys so that they understand what the immigration laws are, how long they can stay here. What Harding Bell is one of the most incredible partners that you can possibly have. And, from the sales side, right? I have someone who came to me from Washington State. They actually came because they were interested in one of my listings, and they were are selling their home in Seattle, but their agent didn't know anything about FIRPTA, nothing. And when I explained to them what FIRPTA was, their agent took them to H&R Block. Right. So anybody who does any kind of foreign national exchange or knows anything, or foreign national exchange is another thing. So I referred them to Harding Bell here because I know, that she's going to need to understand this. She was rather shocked when she understood what was involved and what was going to happen. So you have to have all of these resources behind you. And you also, the last thing, which is actually the first thing that I think you have to have, is a great deal of empathy. And you have to feel for these people. They have a sixth sense. My mentor is here, Barbara Vance, and she always taught me that from the very beginning that people don't just want to know, don't just care how much you know, they want to know how much you care. So caring about them, caring about where they're from, understanding them, and being able to speak to their cultural proclivities makes them trust you. And you need a great deal of trust in order to succeed in the international and the global business.
Love it. Love it. By the way, Barbara Vance was on our first masterclass panel ever, which I think is pretty awesome. So, Jennifer, what do you think that people
what
need
they said
to know or don't
is
know?
everything that I said is perfect. I just want to give like a plus, some tips.
Perfect.
When I'm selling, first of all, we don't sell homes, we sell lifestyle. We sell lifestyle because you can never rush a sale, never with them, because they don't know anything. You have to work with honesty. Is the most important, is honest. Because imagine you going to Greece to buy a house and live there on a place that you don't know anyone. The first person that you are meeting this place is the realtor, and they have to trust in you. They have to trust that you are doing the best thing. And when I came to US in 2013-14, a lot of Brazilians, they came, and I saw many Brazilians living on vacation communities because realtors didn't act with honesty because the commission was 10%. And they were living on a place without school, so bad. They didn't know. On Paradise Palms. I have a lot of friends that were living there. So I think the most important thing is to know how they are living now. Sometimes they come here and they want a big house that they are used to have in Brazil. I always say, no, start smaller, because here you don't have people working like there. Here is expensive, and there we have a cooker, a driver, a person taking care of your house. The most important is to know how they are living and try to learn a new language too. Because even you don't need to learn a lot, but some words that you can show that you care. Like, it's good to know some words. And if you are on a listing side, it's good to know who is going to see your house. I always like when I have a listing house, I'm listing a house, and a realtor sent me the showing request. I saw, like, if it's a Chinese, for sure she's bringing a Chinese client. And I try to search what the Chinese they like. Bamboos. I always put a lot of bamboos in the house. When they enter in the house, oh my gosh, bamboos, like it's a sign. I know I have, like, in my car a kit, many stuffs. When I'm showing a house, I know if it's an Indian, a Chinese. I have some tips. That's it.
You want to give us the tips? Should we go through them?
You have to know what they like, because some there are people they don't like cats. Another like Indians, they don't like dogs. You have to hire everything about the dogs, but I hire. So you have to research. When you don't have anything to do, go. What Chinese like? Why? And you can. And I sell the houses so fast because of those tips.
Love it. Love it. Jennifer, I'm going to ask you a follow-up question. Where do you go, aside from Google, like, what are some of the things that you do to learn more about other cultures, or if you met a buyer or seller and you weren't familiar with their culture, what would you be Googling, or what would you be looking for?
I always try to find on Google, but I think the best thing is to travel. You have to travel to meet other cultures. And my husband is Italian, so I know how the Europeans they live. I know how Brazilians live. I'm always traveling. I think that when you travel, and another tip, you have to make friends. Everywhere where I go, I meet some friends. I meet friends. Any place. And I keep contact with them. And friends refer friends, and that's why it's going. It goes.
Love it. Love it. All right. I've got a question that you guys can give me one of two answers. I want to know either how an agent who isn't from here can build their business from scratch, for those of you that aren't from here, or the flip is how an agent that is from here can sell elsewhere without being from there. So I'll let Karen answer one version, and I'll let the three of you answer the other version. But let's talk about how someone that's not from here, like Andy, I'll ask you in a slightly different way, because you know where I'm going with this. How would you recommend someone builds from scratch if they needed to? You've done it twice over. If you were in a brand new place, or I stuck you in a brand new market, how would you start, and what would agents need to do?
Okay, I'll speak from experience. I arrived in America in 2017, over $1 billion in sales, and thought, I got this. I realized everyone's got a real estate license. I thought, what? Everyone sells houses. How am I going to do this? So my coach, I have a coach. First thing I've done, I got a coach. Shout out to Tom Ferry. I was, just get on the phone. So I said, okay, what do I need to do? Call expireds, call FSBOs. If you want a listing tomorrow, get on the phones. It's horrible, hated it, but I was good at it. In my first year in America, I was here for the first 6 months and done $10 million just from FSBOs and expireds. I haven't done it for a long time, but if you want a listing tomorrow, pick up the phone. You know, the problem with a lot of people, the dreams that they're chasing are in the work they won't do, right? So you've got to pick up the phone, be uncomfortable, get used to being uncomfortable. And if you're in a new market, I didn't have any relationships. I had my wife, my 2 kids, and my in-laws. Knew no one else. was like, what do I do? Because I'm trying to build relationships, but everyone's like, oh yeah, I've got a real estate license. I'm like, oh crap, I can't get a deal. So I just picked up the phone and my coach said, get on the phone, make your calls every single day and you'll get business. And he was right. My first ever listing it was in 2017, 800,000 in downtown Orlando, just from a FISBO, because no one was calling her. Or if they were just useless. So.
Love it. Who else wants to answer? How did you build from scratch, or how would you recommend they do it?
So for me, it was, I started in 2008, so I was selling like $30,000 condo back then. So I had to work a lot just to make a living out of real estate. But the one thing that I feel that people, the beginners, you have to be patient because it's not going to happen from day to night, and you have to 100% put up the work. I have at the office, we get calls from like people that want to rent out a house, and many of my agents, they got deals out of it from someone that was looking for a home to rent. There's no agents who wants to deal with tenants. But if you're new and you have nothing going on, I would might as well get my gas paid and just be sitting around. I do feel that being social media is very important these days. I see a lot of my fellow agents who is not picking up on the new marketing, right? And if you're not there, unfortunately, you're going to somehow, people are not going to remember you. So you have to create your online presence. And if you want to work with the foreign buyers, when I started, there was no social media. So I had to go to places, and I made friends with all the guards in the condo communities because that's what the investors wanted at that time. And believe me or not, like I'll bring them like a gift card, a Starbucks gift card. Those people are sitting there, they're making a minimum wage, and whatever, nobody says, nobody treats them right. So whatever you do for them, they're going to remember you. And they're going to call you to say, hey, Fernanda, I have this client here. He's asking if we have properties for sale. Do you want to talk to them? I got so many deals that I still have those clients today from security guards. That's kind of my network. And I went to all the communities and I made friends with the property managers because they don't sell those places. So, when their clients wanted to sell, they would call me, but again, I was there every month and I'll bring them Dunkin' Donuts or whatever, and I feel that's kind of like how I started working. There was no social media back then, but I think that today is so much easier. And I'm just going to give you like a quick example. One of my good friends, I actually met her and I've done so many business with her in Brazil because I met her through social media. She was a realtor. I saw, like when I'm at night, I can't sleep. So I travel on my phone. And then I was like, oh, this girl, I like her. I feel, like I can relate to her. Let me send her a message. So I add her, hey, Nayara, oh my gosh, I love what you're doing. I'm in Orlando. If you ever need anything over here, let me know. Guess what? Oh my gosh, Fernanda, that's awesome because we have so many clients who actually look to buy a home there. I would love to create a relationship. She came here, she bought a home from me, and now we're working with several referrals that came from one message from social media. Now, of course, it's easy for me to tell you guys, I know it's hard to get it done, but before you go to bed, if you're scrolling your social media, believe me, one little message can bring you a bunch of different deals. And that's my tip.
Love it. That was awesome. And I'll also just add a little thing. One little gift to a gatekeeper, in your case is a literal gatekeeper, right? They literally watch the front gate, will open up a heck of a lot more doors than pounding the pavement or calling on the phones. We used to give